Hello, it's me. This is another the making of video, and this relates to my 6 weeks into YouTube video. I haven't actually recorded the video yet, and what I wanted to do is just explain one of the challenges I've really been having when I'm trying to record the talking headshots like this to camera. And it's easy enough for me to write the script and write some thoughts down. When it comes to talking to camera and staying focused on the viewer, you, I really struggle to remember what I want to say. So I've had a thought this morning, and what I thought I would try and do, I'm going to use my iPhone. It's got a voice recorder on there. I'm going to record my script on that voice recorder and put some sensible pauses in that script. And then what I'm going to try and do, I'm going to go out and about this afternoon, find somewhere with a little bit of scenery, and then video my 6 weeks into YouTube footage. And what I'm going to do is use my earphones, put them in, and then while I'm recording and talking to the camera, I'll play back the voice recording so that in theory I can hear my recording, and then immediately as I'm talking to camera I can then say that script to camera. I'm going to try it. It might turn into an absolute nightmare if it turns out that I can't talk and listen at the same time. So I'll give it a go. If that fails, then I'll have the script on my iPhone anyway, so I just can refer to the script, memorize that section, and then talk to camera. I'm just looking for a method to try and make that whole process a little bit slicker, a little bit smoother, so that I'm not constantly stopping recording, looking at the phone, recording again. I want to try and keep it try and keep the flow in the videos that I make. I'll do a follow-up video at the end of the video shoot and let you know how I got on with that idea. So I decided for this video I'd go out and about, and I'm on found this little country lane. It's not too busy with traffic. There's a stream down here, which is very nice, walking alongside there. Everything's a bit overflowing. For this setup, it's pretty straightforward actually, because it's a walk and talk. Got this selfie stick, which is a Neewer TS04. It's got this little adapter on the end. I can adjust, put my Samsung S20 FE smartphone on there, which is my main video camera. Apart from that, got the USB microphone receiver plugged in there, and on my coat have this lav mic. This time I've got the wind protector on there. I'm really hoping that the wind isn't too bad today and really doesn't come through on the video. I've also got this DJI Osmo Nano magnetized to my lanyard. Probably won't use any of those clips, but I thought maybe for some of the scene settings it might be useful. So I'm going to walk back now and record a few more clips. I'll use the audio, see if I can talk and walk with that. Okay, here we go then. I'm back from the video shoot now. Like I said at the beginning of this video, I'll just give you an update on how using the voice recorder went. And let me show you on here. So I've got this app called Voice Recorder. It's called Voice Record actually. And you just hit record on here. And then as you talk, it records it. It's really high quality audio. I use this app quite a lot. Just hit record. I'm in the car, pull over, press the button, hit record what I want to say, and then later on when I get back, I can play it back and just capture that text into my notes app. But anyway, this voice record app is brilliant. It became an issue when I'd listen to the next line I wanted to say to camera. I'd say the line, but I'd get it wrong. So then I thought, okay, I'll say that line again because I fluffed it. And here's an example of how I would use it. So let's hit record on here. This is the first line I want to say. And then you leave a pause. This is the first line I want to say. And then this is the second line I want to say. And this is the third line I want to say. So what we would do is put my earphones in. Then as I'm talking to camera, this is what I hear. This is the first line I want to say. And I say, this is the first line I want to say. And then this is the second line I want to say. And this is the second line. And then I fluff it. I say, actually, this is the second line I want to say. And then I've missed the third line. You can see what I mean. And it got really confusing really quickly. So in the end, I just resorted to, I had the script on my phone. I'd read the script. Okay, I know what I want to say. And then I'd say it to camera. And if I got it wrong, I'd just say it over and redo it. So my conclusion is using the voice record to record myself and then play it back and then repeat it. It's just not practical. And now that I tried it and it failed, it felt like a bit of a stupid idea to start with, but it was worth a try. Hello, I've been sat here now for several hours editing my 6 weeks into YouTube video. I'm really happy with the edit. I've finished what I'm doing in the LumaFusion application on the iPad, and now I've spent the last 2 hours trying to export the video. What I'm finding is, for some unexplained reason, even though the edit is nice and smooth and everything works fine, when the text flashes up in some scenes, for some reason the LumaFusion app, when it exports, it's chopping that text in half. So it displays the text, it disappears, and then it reappears again. I'll show you what I mean here. This is how it looks in the edit in LumaFusion. Just let me move that back a little bit. Momentum. I'm more confident, my process is clearer, and I can share the first 5 things I do in the first few weeks so you don't get overwhelmed. And before I get into... And this is how it looks when it's been exported. This is clearer, and I can share the first 5 things I do in the first few weeks. See, this text just disappears for a couple, like twice in that scene. The text is supposed to be there consistently. It disappears twice. What I'm going to have to do is export that video several times, because each time that glitch happens in different places. So if I export it, say 5 times, then cut out the sections which are good and stitch that back together into one seamless video. It's a massive hassle, shouldn't have to do it. And what this is going to force me to do is move away from LumaFusion and towards DaVinci Resolve sooner than I planned to do. I'm okay doing that because I plan to do it. However, what I was trying to focus on right now is getting more videos on the channel. I managed to get it to work in the end, so you can see at the top here, what I've done is I've exported the same video 4 separate times, and then what I've had to do down the bottom, every time there's a glitch, switch to a different version of the exported video. So what I've got is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 separate clips now, all stitched together from those 4 exported videos. It's a real pain. It's added at least an extra hour to my edit time. That's it for this making of the out and about video. I quite enjoy going out and walking around and videoing. It is a bit of a challenge when you've got the cars coming up the road all the time in this particular one. It's also a bit of a challenge when you've got people walking dogs. and riding bikes. Just need to be aware of that happening and plan accordingly. If you want to avoid all of that traffic and people, then my suggestion is go out really early in the morning, probably before 7 a.m. This particular video was filmed mid-afternoon, so it was bound to be busy, but I'm okay with that. I can work around the general public. If you like the video, click that like button. If you want to add a comment, feel free, and I'll try and reply. That's it for now. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.